Tobias Mercer knelt at his wife's grave. 3 small hands gripped his coat. November 14th, 6 years since Evangeline died. The triplets were 6 now. Celeste, Aurora, Luna. Why did Mommy leave us? Celeste signed. Tobias's throat tightened. She didn't leave. Her heart stopped when you were born. Movement behind them. Luna tugged his sleeve. Dad, someone's here. A woman stood at Evangeline's grave. Expensive black coat. White roses. Tobias stood. This is private. The woman turned. Face pale. Eyes red. Her hands moved in sign language. I'm so sorry. I didn't know anyone would be here. The triplets gasped. You know our language. The woman knelt. Placed roses on the headstone. I'm Dr. Helena Ashford, she signed. I was your mother's surgeon. Tobias froze. That name. The cardiac surgeon who operated on Evangeline. Who tried for 3 hours. Who failed. What are you doing here? I come every year. November 14th. To apologize. To who? To her. To you. To them. Helena's tears fell. I held her heart in my hands and couldn't save her. Luna stepped forward. You tried to save our mommy? I tried everything, but trying wasn't enough. Why do you know sign language? Aurora asked. My sister was deaf. She died when I was 17. Celeste tilted her head. Are you sad like our daddy? Yes, very sad. Before we continue, please tell us where in the world are you tuning in from? We love seeing how far our stories travel. Tobias stared at this woman. This stranger who'd been there when Evangeline died. You've been coming here for 6 years, he signed. Every year. Same day. Same time. I tell her I'm sorry. For what? For failing. Your wife died on my operating table. Luna took Helena's hand. Just held it. Aurora took the other. Celeste wrapped her arms around Helena's waist. 3 children offering comfort. Helena broke. Sobbing. Tobias watched his daughters comfort this stranger. The girls haven't eaten, he signed. There's a cafe nearby. Join us. Helena looked up. Why? Because we both need to talk about that night. The cafe was nearly empty. Tobias ordered hot chocolate for the girls. Coffee for himself. Tea for Helena. They sat by the window. The triplets climbed around Helena. Tell us about Mommy. Celeste signed. Helena's hands trembled. What do you want to know? Everything, Aurora signed. Helena took a breath. Your mother came at 11:47 p.m. She was in labor, but her heart was failing. Tobias's hand stilled. I was the surgeon on call. They brought me in for emergency consultation. What does that mean? Celeste asked. Your mother's heart was stopping. The girls went quiet. I told her we needed emergency C-section. Deliver you 3 and fix her heart. Helena's tears started. She grabbed my hand. Said, save my babies first. Promise me. Tobias's throat closed. I told her I'd save everyone. She said no. Them first. Always them. She knew she was dying. Tobias signed. I think so. But she wasn't scared. Only for you 3. What happened next? Aurora signed. We delivered you 3 first. So tiny. How tiny? Luna asked. 1 pound 15 ounces. 1 pound 12. 1 pound 9. I could hold all 3 in my hands. The girl's eyes went wide. We got you breathing. Then I turned to your mother. Helena paused. I operated for 3 hours. Tried everything. Heart massage. Medication. Defibrillator. Surgery. But the defect was too severe. What time did she die? Tobias signed. 2:34 a.m. Tobias closed his eyes. The doctor had told him at 2:47 a.m. 13 minutes later. I stayed with her for another hour. Helena continued. Then went to the NICU. Sat with you 3 for 6 more hours. You saved us. Aurora signed. But I lost your mother. You can't save everyone. Celeste signed. Grandma says sometimes people die. Helena looked at this 6-year-old. Your grandmother is wise. Luna leaned forward. Did our mommy say anything else? Helena nodded. She said, "Tell Tobias I love him. Tell my daughters I fought for them." Tobias put his head in his hands. 6 years. He'd been carrying guilt, and Evangeline had tried to tell him it wasn't his fault. "I never delivered that message," Helena signed. "I was too traumatized. I quit surgery 6 months later." "But you are delivering it now," Aurora pointed out. 6 years too late. "Better late than never," Celeste signed. Despite everything, Helena laughed. They stayed another hour. Helena told them about that night, about the medical decisions. Tobias told Helena about raising triplets alone, about the terror, about crying in the garage. "You cried in the garage?" Luna signed, shocked. "Sometimes, when I missed Mommy." The girls climbed onto Tobias's lap. Helena watched this father who'd survived. "You're an incredible father," she signed. "I'm making it up as I go." As the sun set, Celeste turned to Helena. "You should come to dinner. Grandma makes the best soup." Tobias started to object. "Helena, probably." "I don't," Helena interrupted. "I never have plans on November 14th. I go to the cemetery, then home alone, for 6 years. Then break the routine," Aurora signed. Helena looked at Tobias. Tobias thought about saying no, about boundaries. But then he thought about another November 14th alone. "Yes," he signed. "Come have dinner." Iris Mercer answered the door and pulled Helena into a hug. "I remember you," Iris signed. "You came to the waiting room after Evangeline died." Helena flinched. "Yes. You look terrible," Iris signed bluntly. "Like you haven't slept in 6 years." "Mom," Tobias warned. "She's been punishing herself." Helena's eyes filled. "I failed. Your daughter-in-law died on my table." Iris took Helena's face in both hands. "Listen carefully. My daughter-in-law died. That's fact. But my 3 granddaughters lived. That's also fact. You did that. But I couldn't save her. Nobody could. I read every medical report. Evangeline had an undiagnosed heart defect. She was a ticking time bomb." Helena's hands shook. "That doesn't make it easier." "No, but it makes it true." Iris pulled Helena inside. The house was warm. Photos everywhere. Evangeline everywhere. "We don't hide her," Iris signed. "She was part of this family. She still is." The triplets scattered, dumping coats, heading to the kitchen. "Come," Iris signed. "Sit." The kitchen was the heart of the house. Helena sat. Tobias sat across from her. "The girls say you know sign language," Iris signed while working. "How?" "My sister was deaf. She died when I was 17. Iris paused. "How?" "Drunk driver. She was walking home. Didn't hear the car coming." Iris closed her eyes. "I'm sorry. 21 years ago. But I still miss her." "Missing doesn't have an expiration date," Iris signed. Helena looked at this woman who'd lost so much. "How do you keep going?" Iris smiled. "Sad but genuine. Because they need me. Because giving up is an option. Because grief is heavy but love is heavier." The triplets came back. Changed. Ready for dinner. They climbed around the kitchen, setting the table, arguing about the cat. "We have a cat." Helena signed. "His name is Sir Fluffington," Luna announced. "I named him," Celeste added. "He eats bugs," Aurora disagreed. Tobias watched Helena take in his chaotic family. She was smiling. Dinner was Iris's soup. Warm. Perfect. The conversation flowed. The girls telling Helena about school, about their pirate time travel game. Helena listened with genuine interest. Tobias watched her come alive. After dinner, the girls insisted on showing Helena their room. They dragged her upstairs. The room was 3 distinct areas. 3 personalities. "This is amazing," Helena signed. "We each get our own space," Celeste explained. "Because we're triplets, but we're not the same person." "That's important," Helena agreed. Aurora pulled out her sketchbook. "Want to see my drawings?" For the next hour, the girls showed Helena everything. They showed her the shoebox under Luna's bed, Evangeline's things. "We smell it sometimes," Luna signed, holding the perfume. when we miss her. Helena's eyes filled. Can I smell it? She signed. Luna handed her the bottle. Helena breathed in. Suddenly back in that operating room. That same perfume. She wore this the night she died. Helena signed. She wore it every day. Celeste signed. The girls showed her more. The blanket Evangeline made. The book she read to them in utero. They shared their mother with this stranger. And Helena realized they weren't trying to make her feel guilty. They wanted her to know Evangeline. Your mother was incredible. Helena signed. She was. The girls agreed. She would be so proud of you three. The girls tackled Helena. Hugging. Crying. Tobias found them 20 minutes later. Asleep in a pile. Helena in the middle. 3 blonde heads on her shoulders. He helped move the triplets to their beds. Tucked them in. Helena followed him downstairs. Iris had disappeared. They sat on the back porch. November night. Stars visible. Thank you, Helena signed. For today. I didn't expect any of this. Neither did I. This morning I was dreading the anniversary. Now it feels different. Different how? Less lonely. Helena nodded. Same. For 6 years. This has been my worst day. But today felt different. Why did you really quit surgery? Tobias signed. Helena was quiet. Because every time I held a scalpel, I saw her face. Heard her last words. I couldn't do it anymore. But you were good. I was excellent. Top of my field. Her hands moved sharply. That made it worse. You saved 3 lives that night. But lost 1. They sat in silence. What have you been doing? Tobias signed. Running my family's pharmaceutical company. My father died 4 years ago. I've been using the money to fund medical research. What kind? Pregnancy complications. Cardiac defects. Anything that might prevent what happened to Evangeline. Tobias's hand stilled. You've been funding research. For 4 years. 6 major studies. 3 new screening protocols. Saved an estimated 312 mothers. The number hit Tobias. 312. Our research has been implemented in 47 hospitals. Because of Evangeline. Because I couldn't save her. Tobias couldn't speak. She'd spent 4 years trying to atone. Saved hundreds. That's incredible, he signed. It's the least I could do. No. It's everything. Evangeline's death meant something. Because of you. Helena's tears fell. What if he came back? Tobias signed carefully. Not just today. Regularly. The girls love you. And I think you need us. Tobias, I can't insert myself into your family. You're not inserting. You were there for the worst day of our lives. Maybe you should be here for the good days too. Helena looked at him. I'd like that. She signed. Very much. Over the next weeks, Helena became part of their routine. Thursday dinners. She'd show up at 6 p.m. with dessert. The girls would tackle her at the door. Saturday breakfasts. Helena learned Tobias burned pancakes every time. That Iris made perfect eggs. That the girls argued about everything, but loved each other. Sunday museum trips. Helena knew everything about art and history. Made every exhibit interesting. The girls hung on her every word. Within 3 weeks, she had a toothbrush in their bathroom. A drawer in the guest room. A spot at the table. Within 6 weeks, the girls started calling her Helena. Said with affection. Family. Helena taught the girls medical vocabulary and sign language. Showed them how hearts worked. The girls taught Helena their make-believe games. Insisted she play the queen in their pirate princess time travel saga. Helena helped with homework. The girls helped Helena remember how to laugh. Tobias was there through it all. Watching both Helena and his daughters heal. He'd text her funny stories about the triplets. She'd send him photos of research breakthroughs. They'd talk for hours about everything and nothing. Somewhere in there, friendship became something else. Week 7. Helena was helping Celeste with a science project. Head bent over a poster board. Hair falling in her face. And Tobias's heart did something strange. Something it hadn't done in 6 years. It hoped. He pushed it down. Too complicated. Too soon. But the feeling didn't go away. Week 8. Movie night. All of them piled on the couch. Tobias's arm was on the back of the couch. Not touching her, but close. Helena was hyper-aware of it. Of him. Of the warmth. She realized she wanted him to touch her. To pull her close. She pushed it down. Wrong timing. But the feeling didn't go away. Iris saw it all. Watched them orbit each other. Watched the careful distance. The longing glances. The touches that lasted too long. She said nothing. Just watched. Waited. Week 10. Thursday dinner. Helena had a rough day. Research setback. She showed up looking defeated. The girls sensed it. Climbed all over her. Extra hugs. What's wrong? Celeste signed. Just a bad day at work. Want to talk about it? Aurora asked. Not really. I just want to be here with you guys. Then that's what you'll do. Luna signed. They pulled Helena to the couch. Made her sit. Brought tea. Covered her with blankets. Created a comfort nest. Tobias watched from the doorway. Iris appeared beside him. You love her. It wasn't a question. Mom. Don't deny it. I see it. It's complicated. Love is always complicated. She makes you happy. You make her happy. The girls adore her. What else matters? She was Evangeline's surgeon. And she saved your daughters. Stop punishing yourself for feeling alive again. Tobias couldn't respond. Evangeline wouldn't want you alone forever. Iris continued. She told me that. Before she died. Made me promise to make sure you moved on. She what? Said, don't let Tobias drown. Make him live. Make him love again. Tobias's hand shook. I didn't know that. This is the right time to tell you. Tobias looked at Helena, surrounded by his daughters. I'm scared, he signed. Good. Now go sit with her. Tobias sat on the couch. The girls rearranged. Squished together. Helena leaned against him. Just slightly. Tobias put his arm around her. Just slightly. They stayed like that for 2 hours. The girls fell asleep one by one. This is nice. Helena signed one-handed. It is. I could get used to this. Me too. Week 12. Saturday morning. Tobias invited Helena to his office. I want to show you something. He signed. His office was downtown. Modern. Clean. But in the corner was a bulletin board. Children's artwork. The girls made those. Tobias signed. After Evangeline died, I couldn't display them at home. So I brought them here. Helena studied the drawings. Why are you showing me this? Tobias pulled a paper from his desk. For stick figures. 3 small. 1 tall in a red dress. Our family now. Helena's breath stopped. Luna made this last week. Tobias signed. She said, Helena is part of our family now. Tobias, I don't know what we're doing, but my daughters think you're family. My mother thinks you're family, and I think I'm falling in love with you. Helena's tears fell. You can't. I was Evangeline's surgeon. I failed her. Stop. Tobias signed firmly. You didn't fail her. You did everything possible. And you don't get to decide what you deserve. I'm telling you that you deserve to be loved. What if I hurt them? The girls. What if I can't be what they need? You're already what they need. I see how you love them. You're healing. We all are. I'm terrified. Me too. But I'd rather be terrified together than alone. Helena crossed to him. Took his hands. I love you too. She signed. I've been scared to admit it. Evangeline would want us happy. They kissed. Tentative at first. Then deeper. 6 years of grief melting into hope. What do we tell the girls? Helena signed. The truth. That we love each other. That families can grow. They told the girls that afternoon. We need to talk about something important. Tobias signed. You're dating. Celeste interrupted. We know. Tobias blinked. What? You hold hands when you think we're not looking. Aurora added. And last week you kissed in the kitchen. Celeste finished. Grandma told us 3 weeks ago. Aurora signed. Are you happy? Celeste signed seriously. Yes, Helena signed. Very happy. Tobias confirmed. Celeste stood up. Looked Helena in the eyes. Are you going to stay? Or leave like the other nannies? I'm not a nanny, Helena signed. And yes, I'm staying. Will you be our second mom? Aurora asked. Helena's throat closed. I'll never replace your first mom. But if you want, I can be someone else who loves you. Like a bonus mom, Luna suggested. Exactly. The girls looked at each other, then nodded. Okay, Celeste signed. You can be our bonus mom, but you have to follow the rules. What rules? Rule 1. You have to love Daddy. I do. Rule 2. You have to love us even when we're annoying. I will. Rule 3. You have to promise not to leave. Helena's tears fell. I promise. I'm not going anywhere. The girls tackled her. A pile of hugs and tears. Tobias watched his broken family piece itself back together. The next year unfolded carefully. Dating officially. Helena meeting extended family. Navigating holidays. Every step deliberate. Making sure the girls were okay. Helena moved in after 8 months. Into the guest room. Taking it slow. The girls flourished. Having 2 parents. Celeste grew more confident. Aurora's art exploded. Luna started writing stories. Iris watched it all with satisfaction. Tobias proposed on November 14th. 1 year exactly after they had reconnected. He brought Helena back to Evangeline's grave. The girls came too. The girls held a sign. Will you marry our dad? Helena laughed. Cried. Signed yes. Tobias showed her the ring. Sapphire stone. Evangeline's birthstone. He signed. She should be part of this too. Helena looked at Evangeline's headstone. Thank you. She signed to the memory. The girls cheered. They married 6 months later. Hospital chapel. Where Evangeline had died. Where the girls were born. Full circle. The girls served as junior bridesmaids. Lavender dresses. Iris walked Helena down the aisle. The ceremony was entirely in sign language. When Tobias and Helena exchanged vows, hands moved with emotion. I promise to honor Evangeline's memory, Helena signed. I promise to help you forgive yourself. Tobias signed back. I promise to love your daughters like they're mine. They already are. They kissed to thunderous applause. The reception was in the hospital cafeteria, where they'd first shared coffee. Full circle again. Late in the evening, Celeste pulled Helena aside. Do you think our first mom is okay with this? Helena knelt down. I think your first mom loved your dad very much, and I think she'd want all of you to be happy. So you think she's okay? I think she's grateful that someone is here to help take care of you. Celeste hugged Helena tight. I love you. I love you too, sweetheart. 2 years into their marriage, Helena found out she was pregnant. She stared at the positive test. Terror and hope. She found Tobias making breakfast. Slid the test across the counter. Tobias looked at it. At her. Are you okay? He signed. I'm terrified. After Evangeline. You're not alone this time. Whatever happens, we face it together. What if something goes wrong? What if everything goes right? Helena leaned against him. I'm so scared, she signed. Me too. But I'm also happy. They told the girls that afternoon. We're having a baby? Aurora signed, eyes huge. The triplets were 10 now. Old enough to understand. The girls screamed. Jumped. The pregnancy was carefully monitored. Helena's own foundation funding her care. At 20 weeks. It's a boy. Healthy baby boy. Tobias's hand crushed Helena's. A son. At 38 weeks. Helena's water broke during Saturday breakfast. Iris took charge. Got everyone to the hospital. Same hospital. Different outcome. Helena labored for 14 hours. At 9:23 p.m., Oliver Tobias Mercer entered the world. The triplets crowded close. 10-year-old faces filled with wonder. Perfect. They placed him on Helena's chest. Helena sobbed. He's here, she signed. He's really here. He's perfect, Tobias signed. The triplets burst in minutes later. Can we see him? Celeste signed. Tobias lifted Oliver. Showed them. He's so small. Celeste breathed. Can we teach him sign language? Luna asked. You'll be his first teachers. Helena signed. Later, after everyone left, Tobias and Helena held hands. 6 years ago, we were in this hospital losing everything. Helena signed. And now we're here with everything. Tobias signed back. Oliver's first year was beautiful chaos. Sleepless nights. Endless diapers. Exhaustion. But also magic. First smile at 6 weeks. First laugh at 3 months. First signs at 6 months. The triplets were devoted big sisters. My turn. Celeste would sign. No, mine, Aurora countered. I held him last. Luna defended. You all get turns. Tobias signed. There's enough baby for everyone. Oliver's first sign was more. Then milk. Then sister. By his first birthday, he could sign 20 words. They celebrated at home. Big party. The girls made elaborate decorations. Space-themed. Rockets everywhere. Oliver smashed his cake. Got frosting everywhere. The girls thought it was hilarious. That evening, Tobias and Helena sat on the back porch. Can you believe it's been 7 years? Helena signed. Since that November day at the cemetery? Sometimes it feels like yesterday. Everything changed that day. Everything changed because 3 nosy girls decided to talk to you. Helena smiled. Best decision they ever made. Second best, Tobias corrected. Best decision was keeping you. They sat in comfortable silence. Do you ever regret it? Helena signed. Never. Not once. Even knowing I was Evangeline's surgeon? Especially because of that. You were there for the worst moment of my life. Now you're here for all the best moments. Helena leaned against him. I used to think November 14th would destroy me forever. And now it's just a day I remember, but also a day I'm grateful for. 3 years after Oliver's birth, the family stood at Evangeline's grave. November 14th. All 6 of them. The triplets were 13. Oliver was 3. The headstone had been replaced. Evangeline Mercer. Beloved wife and mother. Her sacrifice saved 4 lives. And changed hundreds more. Evangeline's Heart Foundation. Saving mothers since 2020. 427 lives saved. The girls signed their annual messages. Thank you for giving us life. Celeste signed. Thank you for Dad. Aurora added. Thank you for Helena. Luna finished. Oliver added. Thank you for my sisters. Tobias and Helena signed together. Thank you for everything. We carry you with us. Always. As they left, Celeste turned back. We're happy, Mommy. Just like you wanted. And they were. Not perfect. Not without scars. But happy. Healed. Whole. A family built from grief and hope. 10 years after that first cemetery meeting, Helena's foundation hit a milestone. 1,000 mothers saved. The triplets were 16. Oliver was 6. Helena gave a speech. 10 years ago, I failed to save Evangeline Mercer. I quit surgery that day. The audience listened. But Evangeline taught me something. She said, save my babies first. That choice changed everything. Helena's hands moved as she spoke. Today, Evangeline's Heart Foundation has saved 1,000 mothers. And every single mother who goes home, I think of Evangeline. She looked at Tobias and the kids. Evangeline's death broke me, but her family saved me. They taught me that guilt can transform into purpose, that broken things can heal. The audience erupted in applause. After the gala, they drove home. I'm proud of you. Tobias signed. Evangeline would be proud too. I hope so. They carried sleeping children to beds, stood together in the hallway. 4 children, 2 parents, 1 grandmother, 1 family, built from tragedy, strengthened by loss, held together by love. And somewhere, Tobias liked to think, Evangeline was watching, proud that her death hadn't been the end of the story, just the beginning of a different chapter, where grief and joy lived side by side, where loss made love stronger, where broken things became beautiful, where 3 little girls at a cemetery decided to comfort a crying stranger, and changed everyone's life forever. 15 years after that November day, the Mercer family gathered for Thanksgiving. The triplets were 21 now. home from college for the holiday. Celeste studying medicine, following in Helena's footsteps. Aurora at art school, her paintings displayed in galleries. Luna writing her first novel, about family and healing. Oliver was 11, signing fluently. Smart and curious and kind. They sat around the table. 13 people now. Iris still sharp at 78. Still signing with precision. Helena's research partner Dr. Marcus Chun and his family. Friends who become family. Tobias carved the turkey. Helena made her famous stuffing. The girls helped with sides. Oliver set the table with careful precision. Everyone signed as they spoke. Automatic. Natural. What are we grateful for? Iris signed when they were all seated. Celeste went first. I'm grateful for Bonus Mom, for showing me that failure doesn't define you, that you can turn pain into purpose. Aurora signed next. I'm grateful for this family, for teaching me that broken things can become art. Luna added, I'm grateful for our story, for second chances, for love that grows. Oliver signed seriously. I'm grateful I have 3 moms. First mom in heaven, bonus mom here, and Grandma Iris. Everyone laughed through tears. Helena signed, I'm grateful for 3 nosy girls who talked to a crying stranger. Tobias finished, I'm grateful for Evangeline, for giving me the girls, and for Helena, for teaching us to live again. They ate, laughed, told stories. After dinner, Celeste pulled Helena aside. I got accepted to medical school. Helena's hands flew to her mouth. Where? 3 places. But I'm choosing Stanford. Their cardiac surgery program. Cardiac surgery? Because of you. Because of First Mom. Because I want to save the mothers you couldn't. Helena sobbed, pulled Celeste close. She would be so proud of you. I hope so. And I hope I make you proud too. You already do. Every single day. Later that evening, the adults sat on the back porch. Same spot where Tobias and Helena had first really talked. 15 years ago. Remember that first November? Helena signed. Every detail. Tobias signed back. I thought my life was over. That I'd never forgive myself. And now I know that endings can be beginnings. That the worst day of your life can lead to the best years. Tobias pulled her close. I love you. I love you too. Inside, the kids were playing some elaborate card game, arguing about rules, laughing. Oliver was teaching Dr. Chen's daughter sign language. Patient, kind. The triplets were telling stories about college, about their lives, about their dreams. We did good. Tobias signed. We did. Helena agreed. 20 years after that cemetery meeting, Celeste stood at Evangeline's grave. Now Dr. Celeste Mercer, cardiac surgeon, following in Helena's footsteps. She wore surgical scrubs. Just finished a shift. She'd saved a mother that morning. Emergency C-section. Cardiac complications. Just like Evangeline. But this time, both mother and baby survived. Because of Helena's research. Because of Evangeline's foundation. Because of lessons learned from tragedy. Celeste knelt at the grave. Placed flowers. Hi, First Mom. I want to tell you something. I saved a woman today. She had triplets. Just like you. Just like us. She paused. Her heart was failing. Just like yours. But we caught it early. Because of the screening protocols Bonus Mom developed. Because of you. Tears fell. Her babies are in the NICU. Tiny. Fighting. But alive. And so is she. She'll get to watch them grow up. Celeste touched the headstone. You died so we could live. And because you died, we learned how to save others. Your death meant something. First Mom. It meant everything. A car pulled up. Helena and Tobias got out. They'd known Celeste would come here after a shift. How did it go? Helena signed. Both survived. Mother and babies. Helena pulled Celeste into a hug. You did what I couldn't. No. I did what you taught me. What First Mom taught all of us. That love means sacrifice. That sometimes the greatest gift is giving someone else life. The 3 of them stood at Evangeline's grave. 3 generations of love. 3 generations of healing. She'd be proud of you. Tobias signed to Celeste. I hope so. Because everything I am because of her. Because of both my mothers. They stood in silence, remembering, honoring, grateful. 25 years after that November day, the family gathered again. Not for tragedy, for celebration. Aurora's art exhibition. Opening night. The gallery was packed. Her paintings covered the walls. All of them about family, about loss, about healing. The centerpiece, a massive canvas. 7 figures. A woman in white, translucent, watching from above. Evangeline. Below, a family of 6. Holding hands. Whole. The title. The 8th member. Helena stood in front of it, crying. It's beautiful, she signed. Aurora appeared beside her. It's us. All of us. First Mom included. Because she's always been part of us. She'd love this. I know. That's why I painted it. Across the gallery, Luna's novel was on display. Her first bestseller. The Bonus Family. A story about grief, healing, and unexpected love. Dedicated to Evangeline, Helena, and 3 nosy girls who changed everything. Oliver, now 21, was in his final year at MIT. Engineering. Like Tobias. Building bridges. Connecting things that couldn't reach each other. The symbolism wasn't lost on anyone. That night, the whole family gathered at the house. The same house. 25 years of memories. Evangeline's portrait still in the living room. Not forgotten. Never forgotten. But surrounded now by photos of life. Of growth. Of joy. Speech, someone called. Tobias stood. Sign for everyone. 25 years ago, I was kneeling at my wife's grave. Drowning in grief. My 3 daughters beside me. All of us broken. He looked at Helena. Then a stranger appeared. A woman carrying her own grief. And my daughters did something extraordinary. They comforted her. They brought her home. They made her family. Tears fell. Evangeline gave us life. Helena taught us how to live it. And together, they showed us that love doesn't divide when you share it. It multiplies. He raised his glass. To Evangeline, for the ultimate sacrifice. To Helena, for teaching us to heal. To the girls, for being brave enough to love a crying stranger. And to family, however it's built. Everyone signed together. To family. That night, after everyone left, Helena and Tobias sat on the back porch. 25 years. Same spot. Different lives. We did it. Helena signed. We built something beautiful from all that pain. We did. Tobias agreed. Do you ever wonder what Evangeline would think about all of this? Tobias looked at the stars. I think she's smiling. I think she knew what she was doing when she told you to save the babies first. She knew they'd save you too. Save us all. Mutual salvation. Exactly. They sat in comfortable silence. Inside, photos covered every surface. 2 families. Blended. Healed. Whole. Evangeline's portrait. Helena's research awards. The girls' achievements. Oliver's inventions. A family tree with roots in tragedy. Branches in hope. Leaves in joy. I love you, Helena signed. I love you too. Always. Somewhere, perhaps, Evangeline was watching. Smiling. Proud. Her sacrifice hadn't been in vain. Her death had given life. Not just to 3 babies, but to a surgeon drowning in guilt. To a widower drowning in grief. To a family that learned to heal together. Her love had multiplied. Rippled outward. Touched hundreds of families through Helena's foundation. And it all started with 3 little girls who saw a crying stranger and decided to help. Because that's what family does. That's what love does. It reaches. It comforts. It heals. And sometimes, if you're brave enough to let it, it saves you. 30 years after that November day, Dr. Celeste Mercer stood at a podium. Keynote speaker. International Cardiac Surgery Conference. 30 years ago, my first mother died on an operating table. Cardiac complications during childbirth. The surgeon who tried to save her quit medicine. The audience was silent. That surgeon was Dr. Helena Ashford, who later became my bonus mother, who turned her failure into purpose, who founded Evangeline's Heart Foundation, who changed everything. Celeste paused. Today, that foundation has saved over 5,000 mothers, changed protocols in 200 hospitals, trained 1,000 surgeons, and I'm one of them. She clicked to the next slide. Evangeline's photo. This is Evangeline Mercer, my first mother. She died so 3 babies could live. Me and my sisters. And because she died, because Dr. Ashford refused to let that death be meaningless, thousands of other mothers survived. Tears in the audience. I tell you this because medicine isn't just about success. It's about what we do with failure, how we transform grief into purpose, how we honor those we couldn't save by saving others. She clicked again. Helena and Tobias. The whole family. This is my family. Built from tragedy. Held together by love. Proof that endings can become beginnings. That broken things can heal. Standing ovation. After the conference, Celeste called home. Helena answered via video. Signing and speaking. How did it go? Perfect. They loved it. First mom would be proud. She is proud. I know she is. How's Dad? Good. Oliver's bringing the twins over for dinner. You should see your nieces. They're signing full sentences now. Already? They're only 2. Oliver started young too. It's in the genes. They talked for an hour. About family. About work. About life. Before hanging up, Celeste signed, I love you, bonus mom. I love you too, baby girl. Always. That evening, Helena sat on the back porch. Tobias was inside with Oliver and the twins. Chaos and laughter. Iris had passed peacefully 5 years ago. At 86. Surrounded by family. Her last signs. I kept my promise. You're all happy. Helena thought about the journey. 30 years. From broken surgeon to bonus mother to grandmother to keynote speaker. From guilt to purpose to peace. All because 3 little girls decided to comfort a stranger. Tobias came outside, handed her tea, sat beside her. What are you thinking about? He signed. Everything. That first November. How scared I was. How broken. And now I know that the worst day of your life can lead to the best years. That failure can become legacy. That love multiplies. They sat in silence. Inside, Oliver was teaching his twins to sign. Patient. Kind. Just like Helena had taught him. The cycle continuing. Love passing down. Healing multiplying. Thank you. Helena signed suddenly. For what? For letting me in. For giving me a second chance. For showing me that I deserve to be loved. Thank you for staying. For loving my broken family. For making us whole. They held hands in the darkness. 30 years. Same porch. Same love. Deeper roots. November 14th arrived. As it always did. But it wasn't painful anymore. It was memorial. Celebration. Gratitude. The whole family gathered at Evangeline's grave. 3 generations now. 15 people. Celeste and her husband. A neurologist. 2 kids. Aurora and her wife. An art curator. Adopted daughter. Luna and her partner. A publisher. Newborn son. Oliver and his wife. An engineer and a teacher. Twin girls. Helena and Tobias. 74 and 76. Still signing. Still loving. They stood in a circle around the grave. The headstone had been updated again. Evangeline Mercer. Beloved wife, mother, and inspiration. Her sacrifice saved 4 lives directly, and over 5,000 through her legacy. Evangeline's Heart Foundation. Save my babies first. Each family member placed a flower. Each signed a message of gratitude. The youngest twins, Oliver's daughters, signed in the 3-year-old voices. Thank you for our daddy and our family. Helena signed last, as she always did. Thank you, Evangeline, for trusting me with your daughters, for your sacrifice, for showing me that love means giving everything. I kept my promise. They're all happy. They're all thriving, and they'll never forget you. As they left the cemetery, holding hands in a long chain, Celeste turned to Helena. Every year, I expect this day to hurt. And every year, it feels more like celebration than grief. That's healing, Helena signed. That's what time and love do. They don't erase the pain. They transform it into gratitude. Do you still feel guilty? Sometimes. But mostly I feel grateful. That I was there. That I knew her, even briefly. That I got to keep my promise. You did more than keep your promise. You changed the world. Helena smiled. We all did. Together. That's what family does. They drove home. To Sunday dinner. To chaos and laughter. To a table that seated 15. To conversations in sign language and spoken words. To children playing. To love multiplying. And somewhere, perhaps, Evangeline was watching. Smiling. Proud. Her death had given life to so many. Her sacrifice had rippled outward beyond anything she could have imagined. 3 babies born. 3 women raised. 3 families built. 15 lives touched directly. 5,000 mothers saved indirectly. All because she chose love. Chose sacrifice. Chose her babies first. And all because 3 little girls chose compassion. Chose to comfort a stranger. Chose to make family from grief. That's the power of love. It multiplies. It heals. It transforms. That's the power of choice. One moment, one decision, one act of kindness can change everything. If this story touched your heart the way it touched mine, please don't let it end here. Let it remind you that loss doesn't write the end of your story. That guilt can transform into purpose. That the people who understand our deepest pain sometimes become our greatest healers. That broken things, when placed together carefully, can become something even more beautiful than before. Subscribe and be part of our Heart Echo Stories family, where every voice finds its reflection and every story reminds us that light always finds its way back. And if this moment moved you, share it, because sometimes sharing hope is the kindest thing we can do.